The book that I have chosen for my presentation is Do Not Open This Book by Andy Lee. And as we can see here in this corner, it says, go read something else. The reason why I chose this picture book is because even from the front page, you can see how the words and the pictures work together. The words actually become part of the illustration, and how this book is a bit of silliness as we go through, because it's our little gremlin over here that's trying to tell us not to read a book. And so it gets us curious as to why we mustn't read this book. It's very simply drawn, so all the emotions can be seen through this, no matter whether you're a small child from 3 years old or a teenager. Say around about 12, I'm pretty sure the teenagers would enjoy this book too, as I've enjoyed reading this book. But it shows the simpleness of this book. So this book basically tells us about this gremlin who is trying to tell us not to turn the page. Now, he is a boy, and I don't think this actually has any stereotype to anything, even though he is blue and he's dressed like a boy in pants and shoes, but he's not humanized. So the stereotype doesn't really sit with him, and you don't really think about it while you're reading it. You're just enjoying the fact that there's a blue gremlin trying to tell you not to turn the page. And as we can see, like over here, the words start becoming bigger to form very clearly that he does not want us to turn this page. And as we turn, his expressions go through. So we can see that this book complements each other very, very nicely, about the fact that he doesn't want us to go any further. He doesn't want us to move any further. And the silliness of what the book is. Even the page, the blank page colors show, how he's getting super mad and he's pulling his ears out and stuff like that. So the interesting thing about why I say that this is such a great picture book is particularly about this part here, where it goes, honest to Charlie, if you turn the page, I'll never speak to you again. Never, ever. Please don't turn the page. And when we turn the page, he literally stops talking to us. There are no words on this page, but we can see his emotions, that he's actually getting angry at us. And my nieces, they love this because they're like, how can this book character stop talking to them? It fascinates them that he is so emotionally invested, and that they can actually see how angry he is, to the point where he blows up and he goes, ah, you turned again. Where you can see he's now getting very angry, very sweaty. He's very worried about the fact that we keep turning this page. It applies to everything. Like, here's the brilliant section for parents. When I read this section particularly, it kind of just made me smile, because it says, wow, okay, I warned you. Now I'm calling your parents. And so we have a wonderful giggle as he calls his parents, telling them, they must be punished. Send them to their room. No dinner for a week. Confiscate the books all, including this one. And he's like all smug about, see how you go turning pages now. And what's so funny about it for parents when they read these books for them is the fact that, we're asking them to read books. We want them to read books, and here they're getting punished because they're reading books. So they giggle about it and they have fun. So as the book continues, we can see that his emotions are very simple, but they're very expressive, which makes children love it as they cry. And then we also find by the end of the book the fact that, why mustn't we turn this page? And what happens if we turn the last page? So the whole theme throughout the thing is about not turning this page. And the fact that it is so complimentary as to the words and how the words are written, the desperation that you can see, even if you don't read, you'll be able to see the expression that it comes on. So this is such a book, and it has such harmony. So at the end of the book, he turns into a frog, because we got to the end of the book. And it's just really a lot of silliness and so much fun. Every time I read to this book to my nieces, they love it, as, I put the expression in it, but just seeing his expression as they go, they just giggle and laugh as they enjoy this book. So I really wanted to share it with you, as it is just a little bit of silliness and fun as we read, making reading for us and children so much enjoyable.